Alright, so this proved to be a bit of a pain in the ass. You can see now I've got a little bit of a gap here. Got this loose, so it's going to come off. But to get there, wow. Beat on this corner all around the edges, again, to loosen it up. Beat on a screwdriver, trying to work down in there. That screwdriver in particular. It's a cheapie, but ended up busting it up. So I went and got a real tool, beat on it some more. Before using this tool though, I came around, let's see, through the back side into here and beat on it from this side. Probably be easier for me to show you here from the other angle. Basically on the back side of these bolts, there's a hex head. You want to look for that hex head and beat right next to it. For that, I use this tool. Slid it up in there. Let's see if I can get a good angle. Now the light isn't the best. Slid it up into here, right next to the hex head. So you're not on the little, there's a little dust shield on the back of the axle, which I'll pull out and show you. You don't want to beat on that. If you do, not a big deal. You can straighten it out after you pull the axle out. So just use that to beat on this end to help to push, separate this plate from the knuckle. All right, so let's come back over here. This is pretty greasy. So grab this and just yank that off like so. So what do we end up with? Let's see. Set this over here. And that's the piece there. Its entirety. Now, the axle is ready to come out. Take a little working. There's our U-joint that we're going to replace. Now, what was wrong with this U-joint? Nothing. The other side was giving me a problem, and the other side was shot. I changed it last week. The way it was manifesting was by, again, it was the driver's side. It was causing the Jeep to pull to the left a little bit, and then it would let go. Every now and again, it would also, this would catch, because, again, it was shot, and it would make the steering very difficult. The steering would be on a bind, and even with power steering, it was hard to overcome it, and then, boom, it would overcome. This one, that doesn't sound good at all. We're going to get this cracked open and look at it, but I'm pretty sure, you know, that way is beautiful, no noise. This way, pretty sure I'm going to be glad we jumped on this one as well. Anyway, so this will pull out. Got one solid piece. Set that over here, and next we'll get to working on removing the U-joint. Here's our old U-joint that we're about to pull out. I'm not sure the best way to go about explaining it, so we're just going to start on it. Here's the new U-joint. These caps slide off the end, like so, all of them. And that allows you to work the joint in and out. This is a cap. Here is another cap, and we're going to work at busting those out. Before we do, there are pins we need to move. We need to remove, or clips, little half-moon shaped clips. After we install this one, again, we're kind of going in reverse order. This will give you an idea of what I'm doing. After we install this, there's a little groove here that this clip is going to go on, be pushed down on to keep it from sliding out of the housing of the axle. The clip. So we need to remove that clip before we can start beating on this to get the old U-joint out. And that clip is right here. Let's see if you can see that. You can see where the half moon ends right there. Basically, we're just going to take a screwdriver, push on it there, probably more likely beat on it, and it'll pop up and out. We're going to remove all 4 of those clips, and then we'll get to beating on the U-joint itself. I forgot how much of a pain in the ass pulling these clips were going to be, just because they are rusted in there. Quick tip: take a socket, one a little bit smaller than the cap, and place it down. Place the cap down like so. You're gonna line it up just right, and then you're gonna take a hammer and smack the crap out of it here. What that's gonna do is push the cap up into the axle, and it's going to allow it's going to do two things: push the cap up, which takes the tension off of that clip, and then it's also going to break that rust bond. Which, when we did that, I was then able to take a screwdriver. Let's see if I can get a good angle on that. Not a great angle. There we go. So I was able to take a screwdriver and push the cap up. Or pardon me, not the cap, the clip. And that's the clip right there. It's up a little bit. One more whack with the screwdriver, and it's going to pop out. And you repeat the process with the other three. I've already pulled out 2 clips, and we're going to go for this third clip here. I don't have a vise. You might see other YouTube videos where they've got a vise, but basically these pieces of wood are doing the same thing that my vise would. Yeah, redneck style. So what we're going to do is push on this cap. By pushing the cap up, we're going to release the pressure on this clip. On the one I did over here a minute ago, the clip actually broke, made it super easy to come out. I'm going to use the socket. We'll line it up, and then we're going to smack it really good here a few times, and hopefully that's going to loosen that up. To have it come out super easy, probably not going to happen. You want to take your screwdriver in here or other driving tool, take the hammer and tap it out, and it should come out fairly easily. If not, repeat this process of lining up the socket and smacking it on top again. And do the same thing for the other side. So we got our socket lined up. Here we're just going to crack it. Make sure it's lined up again. Give it another crack. Do that a few times. If you do have a vise, it'll make it quite a bit easier. You can do it from the other way with the socket on top. I like to do it until I see, zoom in a little bit, I like to do it until I see this cap on the top give way a little bit. That lets me know I got good action on the bottom. Okay, zoom back in. Again, not sure if we can see this clip here, but we'll just take our screwdriver. It's not coming out by hand. And there it goes. Can you get in really close on that? Right here you can see that clip starting to work its way out. And let's see. There it is. It's coming out. And now we're out. Come back over here. You can see this is where the clip was down in there.